Look what I drug home today. So you might be wondering why I bought this. Now I got this perfect empty spot on my welding trailer right here that's just been waiting for an air compressor. So I've been wanting one of these for a couple years now, but you know, to go buy a new one is like, this model right here is like $2,000, and then they have one that's like $2,700 with the Honda motor on it. But you know, 90% of the time I'm gonna be using it for personal use anyways. So, you know, if I was making money, then, you know, doing a lot of jobs with it, then I would probably go buy a new one. But since the majority of the time it's for personal use, I've just been waiting to find a good deal on one of these. And this just happened to come up on Marketplace, and I got it for 250 bucks. So, and the only thing is it's locked up. But the guy told me that it ran when he quit using it, which is, you know, everything runs until you quit using it. But he said the starter, he thinks, got hot when he tried to start it right here or something. He said, and he thinks it's just stuck out holding the engine. So that would be sweet if that's the only thing wrong with it. Or, I mean, or this guy could be locked up, not letting the engine turn. So today we're going to dive in and see if we can fix this guy and get it mounted on the trailer. So let's get to it. But worst case scenario, we'll go to Harbor Freight, get a new motor. I think they're like 300 bucks. So yeah, let's get into it. All right, there's that cover. Well, it moves a little bit, that's a plus. What's that on there? I better take that off. So far, I'm liking the design of this thing. They had common sense and notched them so you didn't have to take the belt and the pulleys off. Sweet. Let me pull the plug out of this thing, see what's going on, because it turns a little bit. Got some penetrating oil. See if I don't help us out a little bit. How did that just fall off? That one's moving. Maybe it just needs more force. Oh, my pipe wrench. Pipe wrench. Okay, so I got the engine turning over. I still got a little bit of a rough spot there. I may or may not have put a pipe wrench on it and just kept kind of working it forcefully until it started. I mean, it's turning over though. Spray some more oil in there. In this part of the video here, I'm just trying to farther, I guess diagnose you would call it, seeing if there was any way I could get this engine to run, but, you know, it just, I think what happened was it rusted the rings and I kind of forced them loose. But it was kind of weird though, because the engine would turn halfway and then stop. So I figure usually like if the rings are rusted, it won't move at all. But anyways, I messed with this for a while, and then up next you'll see me trying to start it a few times. It didn't really do a whole lot. I got to spit and sputter a few times, and then pretty much I just decided it's going to be best to go ahead and just get a new motor for it, and then we'll be good. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy me trying to start this thing. And it'd smoke and sputter a little bit, but it would not take off running. So I'm not really sure what was holding it. My guess is probably rust in the cylinder. So I might have broke a ring or something by kind of forcing it, but yeah, so I'm gonna put the valve cover and stuff back on, and then we'll see if it's got any compression. Let's see if it's got any compression. I can't really tell, to be honest with you. Okay, got some gas, and I got a little bit of go-go juice if it don't want to go. Guess I better make sure there's not a rat's nest in this. No, it don't look too bad. Oh, I think it hit. So that switch might be messed up. It wants to. So since we can't hear this run today, I can go ahead and get it mounted on the trailer, because I don't think it's going to be that much harder to work on if it's on the trailer. So let's see if I can't do this by hand. Maybe I should get something put under this and just back under it. Let's see if I can keep walking. Well, I hate if I let it. That's one big mamma jamma. Yeah, that looks pretty good on there. I might move it forward just a smidge, but that's about where I want it. And it added a little more weight to the back of the trailer, so the tongue's not so heavy now. So that's nice. This got it all bolted on. It was nice. The guy even had the hardware for this guy too. So it got the rubber bushing and the big washers. So that was nice. But this guy's on here. It's pretty solid. It moves the whole trailer. So I'm thinking I still might weld me a brace in, just a piece of angle from here to here, where that's just sitting on that wired mesh. Probably wouldn't hurt to do that. But other than that, this worked out pretty good. I still got room here so I can open my box. If I need to change the belt on this guy, I can easily service it on the trailer. So, and then working on the engine or whatever, I can get to everything out here. So this is nice. Then I still got room here, so whenever I change oil in the welder, I can reach the filter and everything. So it worked out pretty good. Pretty good. And then when I change oil in this is really nice because the drain plug's right here in the back, so easy to get to. I think that'll be a good addition to my trailer. So I had planned to just buy a new engine for this here guy. Just replace it, get a new one, because you can pick them up when they're on sale at Harbor Freight for, I think they're like 300 bucks for the same 14 horsepower like this. So that's what I was gonna do. But then I was on Marketplace and I happened to come across one of these guys. I always thought these were cool. I've always wanted one, but never really found one. This is a air-cooled single cylinder Yanmar diesel, and it is the genuine Yanmar. They have like Chinese ones of these that are, you know, I guess made cheaper, but this one is a genuine Yanmar. So I mean, it wasn't cheap, but you know, I gave $500 for it. So, but it runs good and everything. So I guess let's see if we can't swap these engines out. To get this engine off here, pretty simple. We need to pop this back cover off, take it off. That's super easy. Then this thing has 4 bolts. It's got 2 in the front and then 2 in the back, and then it's got this tensioner here. So let's get to it. See if we can't set this engine out of here. It looks like I can just slide it all the way back. Tip it forward. Yep. It's out. See how heavy this one is. Oh, that's light compared to that diesel. So that didn't take long. Probably 15 minutes. So, looks good. Okay, so before we get any farther here, I need to clean this guy because as long as it's set, it's got all this crap growing on it. So, let's see if we can't clean this. Okay, so normally when I pressure wash stuff like this, I usually just use a pressure washer. But the guys at Super Clean were nice enough to send me some stuff here to try out. So, I'm curious to see how this foaming does. I've used cheap degreaser in the past for really greasy stuff like dump trucks and whatnot, but I've never used Super Clean, so let's see how this stuff does. Let's see. I think this is just the regular. Just put a good, nice coating all over everything. On this welder, there's some stuff that wouldn't come off. I'm going to spray it down too. Let's try this foaming now. I want to see what it looks like. Just mix them all together. And you want to wash this off before it dries, and they say to use cold water with it. So I'm going to fire up the pressure washer. All right, let's go throw this motor on. That Super Clean does a really good job. And they sell like everywhere, like Walmart and the auto parts stores, so looks good. All right, let's go get back to it. After looking at this guy, I do believe this muffler might be in the way, so we might have to do something different here. Because I believe it might have some interference issues here. The muffler on the other engine went out the other way. So let's just set it on there, see how it fits, how it looks. Say this once, this sucker's not light. Okay, so off camera, all I did was put these bolts in. They're still loose. And I got the pulley on and got it lined up pretty dang good. I was worried the shaft wouldn't be long enough, but it was just perfect right on the end there. So should be good there. So I'm going to tighten up these 4 bolts. Let's start it up, make sure it still runs, and then we'll put all the stuff back together. I didn't realize you guys were still set on time lapse. Excuse this leaking thing. But yeah, it seems to work. I had to take the pull start off. Hang on, let me let this. There we go. Yeah, so I thought you guys were on regular video, but you was on time lapse. So I had to take this pull cord off because I was trying to pull start it, and the pull cord, the whole thing was moving, and then it broke this little piece here. But at one time it used to have rubber bushings in here, because here's the bolts. It's like a shoulder bolt. It had a rubber bushing to keep it all tight, so those are gone. So get some new ones of those and see if I can fix this recoil. That kind of stinks. But anyways, now we have a running diesel air compressor. I'm still unsure of how this governor kickoff is on the for the air thing. I think this cable is just supposed to throttle the engine down once it reaches a certain pressure. But yeah, I was noticing some things on this engine. Those bushings were out on the recoil, so that kind of stinks. And we got a little fuel leak, probably bouncing around in the trunk of my car. You can see it, but it's cracked right here, leaking. But that's no big deal. That's steel. We can just weld that back up there. So I'm gonna go ahead and put all the guards back on this guy, and I didn't have to modify anything back here. Everything lined up like it's supposed to. So hopefully the guards will still fit good and be in good shape. And also this bolt that goes here, there's still a hole for that. So if you're looking to put one of these 10-horse diesel engines on here, it'll just bolt right up. I'm not so sure this is the same pulley that was on the gas motor. I think they should spin about the same RPM, so pump should be good. So I'm gonna throw this back together. So there it is with the guard back on it. This thing looks pretty good. Look a lot better with the engine cover on here. This thing was nice and clean until that thing spit out a bunch of oil all over it. But I'm really liking this. So I'll start it up real quick. That way you guys can see it start up, because you're supposed to see it, but you was going fast. Yeah, that thing runs good. One thing I do need to do is this exhaust. Let me get you. This exhaust coming out, it's blowing on these fins that are supposed to keep this cool. So we might just put a 90 on it and a little flapper and just shoot it straight up. Or I thought about shooting it out the side, but I mean, up would probably be the best place for it to go. But other than that, I mean, see, the fitment's good, so I like how it turned out. Well, here it is all put back together. So I'm gonna see if I can't get some new bushings for this guy, and probably go ahead and replace the air filter, you know, general maintenance stuff. But anyways, I kind of like this setup, like how it turned out. So, and a big advantage I see to having the diesel engine as opposed to the gas is you never have to worry about your carburetor being gummed up on this. So I also wanted to mention on my welding trailer here, I think I'm going to redo the floor in it, because it's got this wired mesh at the bottom, and I never really liked that, but I also never did anything about it. So I think I'm going to set all this stuff off here one day and then just lay a piece of diamond plate down and weld it up. That way I can bolt all this stuff back down and it'll be really secure. Should stiffen up the frame some too, so that'll be a plus. And I think I might reposition these too. I might turn this guy sideways and then put the box on the back, because the way it's sitting now, this thing has too much weight, so it's putting too much of it off of the tongue, so we don't want that. That'll be a future video though. So, but anyways, I guess that'll go ahead and wrap up this week's video, so we'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a good day.